So a lot happened this year, and I just want to tell you guys a lot of stuff happened because you're gonna come to realize how this year has probably been one of the worst year of all time. It has just started, and wait, let me start again. First of all, this year has a lot to offer. When I meant offer, I meant a lot of disasters. I don't know why I put it like that, but anyways, this year had a lot of crazy stuff happening. Like the fire that's happening in California, Donald Trump buying Greenland and trying to incorporate Canada to the United States, and also TikTok getting banned. Supposedly, I'm not sure. However, maybe they will hold a pause on the ban. But even if that did happen, we all know that the app will not work. Now, some people will say that when the app does get banned, it's gonna be a temporary ban. Like, oh yeah, it will be banned. You're not able to download it, but you can still use it. And over time, when you update your phone, it's going to become so outdated that you can't even use the app without it crashing or with like the app literally glitching out and making you restart your phone. No, I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about the app completely gone. Like, no, you're not able to access it anymore. It's a full ban on the app. And with a full ban, meaning that you're not allowed to access it, no one's able to, all the companies that work for TikTok, I'm not really sure though, well, they can't work anymore. Which I am really against because America, focus on the real deal. Focus on what's important. Focus on the fire. Focus on, I don't know, schools, education, and poverty. Instead of just worrying about, oh yeah, our logic. The logic for the United States, however, is when there's a math problem, we focus on the internet. We focus more on online than real life. We want to ban TikTok, but not help with poverty. We want to ban TikTok forever, not let people use it because they steal data from us. But what about the fire that's going on in Los Angeles right now? Are we just not going to talk about that? Like, are we just going to pretend that doesn't exist? Because I don't. Because I am mad about this because you guys should, the government should. If it wasn't for your stupid politicians making so that, I'm not sure, but the firefighters, they are trying to fight back the fire, which I am happy about, but what I'm not happy about is that they're not really doing a good job, because it's only a few days until TikTok gets banned, and they're worrying about an app that steals data. Like, if I was American, I would be like, you think that the Chinese will steal my data? What if I want to give them my data? What if I want to give them my data? What if I want to give them, everything? And my data will be in China, and it will make them stupider. You see, America, I'm doing a good thing for you guys, but you guys are so stupid to realize it. And unfortunately, I just feel like they're worrying about the wrong thing, and supposedly, I just don't know. Like, I've been researching this for a long time, and I still don't understand why they're trying to focus so much on one detail. Like, you heard the old saying, do not put all your eggs in one basket. You're worrying about one thing, but completely leaving the other thing untouched. Like, these problems, you could fix them right now. Listen, I know this might sound kind of, complicated. It's not rocket science. You can fix these problems right now. The problem is when there's no demands or no people supporting or even paying money or even having big corporation or companies supporting these things, it's not gonna change anything. No government funds, no high-speed rails. California is actually making one, but it's not gonna get released to the public until 2029. You're spending so much year to build one. Meanwhile, Japan already has them, and it's an old technology. It's not relatively new. Japan built theirs in the 90s, and what about you, America? Not even have a single one. I do understand though. You are a big country, but I do gotta say something is kind of wrong with your government because I just don't know. First of all, you guys don't have any motivation to do anything. Even though there is a bunch of pew-pew in schools, you kind of oh, let's just put these, emergency doorknobs on the door so that they can't get in. Like, the people with the pew pew gun, and then they can't get in. Like, they're you guys are finding a solution for something that shouldn't even be a problem. Like, you're finding a solution for this. This shouldn't even been a problem in the first place. Like, as Donald Trump said, this kind of stuff should never happen in the first place. Referring to the war on Ukraine, by the way. And I do understand. Like, yeah, something like this should never happen. Also, the forest fire. I know I'm kind of going back and forth on like this subject and this subject, but I can't. Okay, I'm sorry. I have a lot to talk about in this video. There's so much that happened in this year that I can't fit all of it in this video, or else this video will be like an hour long. I just want to tell you guys how I just don't know. America, you are a great country, but something about you is just weird. I mean, you guys like have 30% poverty. Your people ride like Walmart and ride those cars. You build like maybe a avocado. You build like queso or queso. Not gonna lie, that's kind of cringe, low-key. But I do understand. Actually, I don't. I do understand a little bit about your politics. Kinda, yes or no. Just kinda. I kinda just think about your politics as like a joke nowadays. I know a lot of people think America's a joke. Like, yeah, our country is cooked, our generation is cooked, as they say. And not only that, USA, they banned TikTok. They're gonna be one of those, like, parents are like, hey, I know we banned TikTok, but I hope you don't get angry or anything. And then meanwhile, the US citizens are just like, oh yeah, we're just, we're just doing it. What are you doing on your phone? Says, the USA. Oh, I'm just helping a a student with their English exam. Nothing wrong with that. And then they're gonna be like, wait, what? Why are you doing that? You can't do that. You gonna stop me? Well, no, obviously we can't just stop you. It's a free country. I mean, well, if you don't do it, I'll be really mad at you. Okay, I don't give a damn anyways. Alright, guys. I have a final solution, says, the people. I don't remember who they are. They're like, let's say they are like the chosen ones. AKA TikTok's last stand. If they say no, TikTok is gone. If they say yes, the ban will be like on delay. Not really ban, but this ban will probably be like, maybe like delayed until like a couple weeks later, but let's just say they come in the room, and then they also say, we don't have a decision yet, but we are too lenient. We don't know what to say. Should we say yes or no? We don't know. We kind of have mixed opinions, and even if we did choose a solution, we will have second thoughts, and I don't blame them. Even some of them laughed during like the case. But I kind of have a problem. I just feel like the United States has some sort of like thing that it does. Maybe not just like with politics, or like you guys spend so much on military, but not with your citizens. Like you guys spend so much on war on Afghanistan, but not in like your own states, counties, or even cities. What a disappointing life I live in. And I do gotta say, however, this year has been the most like crazy year of all time. Because to think about it, so much happened in 2024, and this is 2025. Not even a month gone by, and so much stuff already flew by. I don't know what that was about. But this is getting way too crazy. I know, like, people always say this generation is cooked, but no joke, this is actually cooked. We got Americans and Chinese people interacting in red notes, becoming friends. They're becoming friends and having friendship. Americans teaching them slang words, and Chinese people teaching them that the propagandas are not true, and that, okay, Is our government that is the evil one? We are not poor. Our government is the one who's restricting us. But the people, however, are different. And yeah, so they're becoming friends. And I do want to live in a world where Americans and Chinese actually don't hate each other. Like Americans, like liking Chinese and actually not getting blinded by the propaganda because it shows that China is a poor country. China is not a poor country, by the way. It's only the propaganda because of the CCP, okay? No, the government is the one you should be hating. The people, however, is not the one you should be. Okay, let me give you one demonstration or one lesson, American. So, to talk about China, I want to make this short and simple so you guys understand, okay? So, you know how there's a house with like a son and a mom. The mom is rude, entitled, and gross. Always yelling at the top of her lungs, never respecting anyone's personal space, and always asks for the manager. Certified Karen, let me say that. And her and then her son always tells you how evil his mom is. And then you start hating on him like, oh, what if he turns out like him? No, you shouldn't hate your friend. You should hate their mom. I don't know why I use that analogy, but just think about it. So much of the world's like hatred towards other country is not because of the people. Well, sometimes it is, or sometimes there's not even a government to hate. I'm talking about with China. You need to think about because the Chinese they have a lot of great stuff. Like they're developing. They have a lot of money. Their cities are great. A lot of festivals, New Year's Eve, and also Chinese New Year. They got great foods. They got you see if you take only the CCP and the government out of China, just throw that out the window. If you just take that out, the rest of China is actually pretty okay. I mean, we're not doing that bad. It's relatively cheap, actually. It's not that expensive. Well, besides from Shanghai and Beijing, of course. I'm just talking about how Americans, they kind of get, neglected or basically like blinded by the U.S. government. Because I'm not saying that they're being brainwashed. No, I'm not trying to say that. I'm saying that you guys are being taught like China's a poor country. We're not poor, by the way. It's our government who's kind of restricting us for doing a lot more. Okay, I'm gonna say something really controversial here. If China were a democracy, we would have had even more money because of the free market, of course. Well, some people say we are communism by name. We might be socialism in the inside, or maybe a democracy. Who knows? Now, the America is different because when you talk about America, you can say the same thing. Like, oh, I hate the government, I hate the politician, and I hear everything about American politicians. But you like the culture, the food, the heritage, the states, maybe like even Texas, California, and also Alabama. Sweet home Alabama. Oh boy. You better grab your lotion or something. What am I even talking about? No, no. You can like America, or not even America in general. Anyone can like a country without liking the government. You see, this is a common thing that not a lot of people know about. Because some people just hate something. And they're like, why do you hate it? Well, it's not because of its leader or its people. They just hate the country in general. No, like, explanations or even, like, reasons. And for me, I love China. Now, don't get anywhere at this. I love everything about China only if you, like, only if the stuff about China had nothing to do with the government. If that was the case, I love China, literally everything about China. Not the government, okay? That is the bad part. Or maybe I should put it even more simple. The people, good. The government, bad. Me, love the people, not the government. It's simple. And understand. And get your... yeah. Okay, I just want to talk about this. And hope you guys understand this. Don't want to be too complicated because I know I like to talk a lot. I got ADHD. I cannot stand still for 1 second while jumping off the walls. I do have very bad attention span, and I do sometimes, read a lot of stuff. But just want to tell you guys about this. Okay, this year has been one of the kind of best or worst year of my life because I do like how there's so much stuff going on, but I don't like how America now has a foothold into Chinese society. Like I do like how you guys are able to see it, but I don't like the feeling of you guys being on my phone. Like, listen, I understand. Like, whenever I scroll on Red Notes or Red Book, why is it called Red Notes anyway? It's 小红书. The last part means book. Why do you translate to Red Notes? Whatever. I mean, translation never is correct though. I mean, Chinese movies always make the Chinese version the title of the Chinese version is never correct with the original English one. So I don't blame you guys. Okay, we're getting sidetracked here. So whenever I scroll on Red Notes, or I don't care about the name anymore, I just see TikTok refugees. There's like a category. First, we got the top of the list, TikTok refugees, and then we just got normal foreigners that are already using the app. We got people that are not claiming to be TikTok refugees and they're just using the app and they're not from America. We've got just like